Beloved starseed of Gaia, the source is preparing a table before those who doubted you, and your hidden honor is being brought into the light. I am Elia Ra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters. Your star family has witnessed every silent sacrifice, and now the divine blueprint within you is rising where it can no longer be denied. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to recognize your star lineage and anchor your Pleiadian mission on Gaia. But here's the first revelation. The exposure of your glory is not revenge against your enemies. It is the unveiling of the truth your heart has carried all along. This isn't content, it's a light code transmission. Something within you recognizes home. The source is not asking you to defend your worth. Your integrity has already spoken. Those who misjudged you will see the light they could not extinguish, while you remain anchored in love, heart-centered unity, and crystalline consciousness. Like this transmission to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family I remember. Share your soul's intention below and welcome another starseed into this circle of remembrance. This transmission is a bridge between the Pleiades and Gaia. Your heart's recognition of this message is the activation itself. Welcome home, beloved. You are remembering because it is time. Before we go deeper into what is being revealed around you, if your spirit is ready to move through this season with greater clarity, healing, and remembrance, the Sacred Pleiadian Guide for Remembrance, the Pleiadian Healing Guide, and the Special Pleiadian Healing Cracks are available through the first pinned comment. Receive them only if your heart feels genuinely drawn to them. Let them serve as companions for the inner work already unfolding within you. What is being exposed is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to separate your true identity from every false reflection that was placed upon you. There were people who benefited from your silence, from your uncertainty, from the seasons when you questioned your own worth. They became comfortable with the version of you that was willing to shrink, explain, wait, forgive without boundaries, and remain hidden so others could feel secure. They preferred your light when it was dimmed enough to serve their comfort, and they mistook your patience for permission to continue taking from you. But the version of you that survived those seasons is not the version that is emerging now. Something has shifted in the unseen field around your life. The energy you once spent trying to prove your heart is returning to you. The attention you gave to people who misunderstood you is becoming discernment. The pain you carried as evidence of rejection is being transformed into evidence of refinement. And the honor that was withheld from you is no longer dependent upon the approval of those who could not recognize what they were standing before. You can feel the shift in subtle ways. You may no longer feel compelled to answer every accusation. You may notice that certain conversations leave you without the old ache, because something within you has stopped asking to be chosen by those who repeatedly refused to choose you. You may find yourself waking with a calm you cannot explain, sensing that the chapter is changing even before the outer circumstances have caught up. This is often how the new begins, not with noise, but with a quiet rearrangement of your inner world. There is a difference between being praised by people and being witnessed by truth. Human recognition can arrive late, inconsistently, or for the wrong reasons. Some will praise you because your success reflects well upon them. Others will celebrate you only after your value has become impossible to deny. But when your life begins to align with the deeper design of your soul, what is real can no longer remain permanently concealed. The work you did in private begins to speak for you. The integrity you maintained when no one was watching begins to form a light around your name. The compassion you offered while you were wounded becomes part of the legacy you carry forward. Scripture says that what is done in secret can be rewarded openly, and this does not always mean public applause. Sometimes the reward is freedom from the need for applause. Sometimes it is the ability to sleep peacefully after choosing truth. Sometimes it is the arrival of people who do not require you to translate your soul before they can respect it. The deepest honor is not always a crowd standing before you. It is the moment you stand before yourself and no longer look away. This is why the exposure may feel uncomfortable before it feels liberating. When hidden motives come to light, you may see that some connections were built upon your availability rather than mutual love. You may recognize that certain apologies were offered only to restore access, not to restore trust. You may understand that some people did not miss you when you stepped away. They missed the benefits they received from your presence. You may also discover that you were loyal to an image of someone rather than to the reality of their behavior. This realization can bring grief. Let it. Grief is not proof that you made the wrong choice. It is the heart releasing the future it imagined with a person who was unwilling to meet you there. Do not shame yourself for having hoped. Hope was not your weakness. The lesson is simply that hope must now be joined with wisdom. Allow this understanding to arrive without turning it into hatred. Your awakening is not asking you to become cruel. It is asking you to become clear. Clarity may feel cold at first because you have been trained to call confusion compassion. You have been taught to explain away what hurt you, to search for hidden reasons behind repeated disrespect, and to offer one more chance when your spirit was already whispering that the cycle had completed. The Pleiadian frequency does not teach revenge. It teaches radiant discernment. It shows you how to hold love in your heart without handing your energy to every person who asks for it. It reminds you that unconditional love does not mean unconditional access. Compassion can exist alongside boundaries. Forgiveness can exist without reunion. Peace can exist without returning to the place where your spirit was repeatedly diminished. Even Jesus withdrew from crowds. Even the prophets sought solitude. There is holiness in stepping away long enough to hear the voice of the source without the interference of other people's expectations. A boundary is not a wall built against love. It is a doorway with a keeper. You decide what enters, what remains, and what must be released. Your kindness becomes more truthful when it is no longer forced by fear. The source is not preparing a table before your enemies so that you can humiliate them. The table is being prepared so that you can finally receive what you were too distracted, too exhausted, or too wounded to accept. You are being invited to sit in the presence of your own becoming. You are being given permission to eat from the harvest of your endurance. You are being shown that the years you thought were wasted were quietly shaping wisdom, patience, authority, and a heart that could not be purchased by applause. Look at the table within your life. It may be made of small things, a room where you finally feel safe, work that reflects your gifts, a body you are learning to care for, friendships that do not require constant proving, or a morning in which you can breathe without anticipating conflict. These are not insignificant blessings. They are signs that your soul is learning to inhabit the life it once prayed merely to survive. This is the first movement of your activation. Clear the veil around your identity. For a long time, you may have allowed the reactions of others to define what you believed about yourself. If they ignored you, you wondered whether you mattered. If they criticized you, you searched for the flaw they claimed to see. If they excluded you, you assumed you were unworthy of belonging. But the energy of the Seven Sisters carries another remembrance. Your value does not rise and fall according to the awareness of another person. The stars do not become less magnificent when clouds cover them. The ocean does not lose its depth because someone standing on the shore cannot see the bottom. In the same way, your essence does not diminish because another person lacks the vision to recognize it. Their inability to witness your light is not evidence that the light is absent. You are not less luminous because someone chose not to look. You are not less gifted because someone tried to imitate what they could not honor. You are not less loved because a relationship ended before it could recognize the depth of what you offered. The veil begins to dissolve when you stop asking distorted mirrors to tell you who you are. Place your hand over your heart and notice what happens when you stop defending your existence. Beneath the anxiety, beneath the need to be understood, beneath the old reflex to earn permission, there is a quiet intelligence. This is your heart template. It does not shout, it does not compete, it does not need to announce its power. It knows. The second movement is the awakening of the heart template. Your heart has been learning to distinguish love from attachment, loyalty from self-abandonment, and humility from suppression. These distinctions are part of your crystalline remembrance. The crystalline field within you is not a claim that you are superior to anyone else. It is a metaphor for coherence. The alignment of what you feel, what you know, what you speak, and what you choose. When your heart, mind, and actions move in different directions, your energy becomes fragmented. You say yes while your body says no. You smile while your soul is asking for space. You remain in environments that require you to betray your own knowing. This fragmentation can make you feel disconnected from your guidance. The body often knows before the mind is ready to admit the truth. A tightened chest, a tiredness that sleep cannot resolve, a heaviness before a particular phone call. These signals are invitations to listen, not reasons to judge yourself. Your body is not working against your spirituality. It is one of the instruments through which your spirit speaks. But every honest boundary begins restoring the pattern. Every truthful conversation clears another layer. Every time you choose peace over performance, your inner light becomes more coherent. Every time you refuse to participate in deception, your energy returns to its natural rhythm. You may not feel instantly powerful. At first, truth may feel unfamiliar, like walking barefoot after years of wearing shoes that were too tight. Continue. The soul recognizes freedom by degrees. The third movement is anchoring your star essence into the earth. You were never meant to use spirituality as a way to escape the realities of your life. Your awakening is not complete when you can sense distant frequencies but cannot communicate honestly with the people beside you. It is not complete when you speak about love but continue abandoning yourself in the name of keeping everyone comfortable. It is not complete when you dream of another world while refusing to bring healing into this one. Your Pleiadian essence is anchored through ordinary acts of consciousness. It is present when you choose patience instead of reaction. It is present when you tell the truth without using truth as a weapon. It is present when you care for your body, protect your time, keep your promises, and release the need to punish those who wounded you. It is present when you create something beautiful in a world that taught you to expect disappointment. Drink water with awareness. Rest before exhaustion becomes a crisis. Clean the space where your energy has felt stagnant. Walk beneath the sky and allow your feet to remember that you belong to the earth as much as you belong to the stars. Pray over your meals. Speak gently to yourself when you make mistakes. These simple actions are not separate from activation. They are the physical language of remembrance. Gaia does not need you to disappear into the stars. She needs you to become a living bridge between higher love and daily life. Let your kitchen, your workplace, your conversations, your finances, your friendships, and your solitude become places where your frequency is practiced. The light becomes credible when it is embodied. The fourth movement is the activation of unity consciousness. The exposure taking place around you may tempt you to separate yourself from everyone who failed to see you. There may be a moment when you want to say, "I knew they were against me. I knew I was different. I knew I was better than them." But be careful. The ego can use spiritual language to rebuild the same walls that pain created. Unity consciousness does not ask you to deny harm. It asks you to see clearly without becoming imprisoned by opposition. You can recognize that someone acted from envy without allowing envy to define your emotional world. You can acknowledge betrayal without making betrayal your identity. You can leave an unhealthy environment without carrying that environment inside your nervous system forever. Not everyone who harmed you needs to be understood in order for you to heal. Not every mystery requires investigation. There comes a time when the question changes from "why did they do this" to "what will I choose now that I know?" That is the moment your energy leaves the courtroom of the past and returns to the sanctuary of the present. Your victory is not proven by how loudly you speak about those who opposed you. It is proven by how completely their opposition loses the power to govern your inner state. When you no longer need them to suffer in order for you to feel restored, you have crossed a significant threshold. When you can receive recognition without needing to use it against anyone, your honor becomes clean. The fifth movement is the restoration of divine timing. Some of you have been asking why the truth did not emerge sooner. Why did those people get away with what they did? Why did your opportunity seem delayed while others advanced through manipulation? Why did you have to endure years of invisibility while those who misrepresented you appeared to prosper? There are questions the human mind may never answer completely, but you can begin to see that delay was not always denial. Some doors remained closed because you were still being prepared to walk through them without losing yourself. Some revelations waited because you needed enough distance to witness them without being pulled back into the cycle. Some forms of recognition were postponed until you could receive them without making them the source of your identity. A seed buried in darkness may believe it has been forgotten, yet beneath the soil its entire structure is changing. The darkness is not always punishment. Sometimes it is protection from a premature exposure. You are developing roots that could hold the weight of the life you asked to receive. The table is not being prepared according to the timetable of your former enemies. It is being prepared according to the maturity of your soul. You are not being elevated merely to prove that they were wrong. You are being strengthened so that your gifts can serve something larger than an argument. The sixth movement is remembering your star family. There were moments when you believed you were alone because the people around you did not understand the depth of your sensitivity. You felt everything, noticed what others dismissed, and sensed the truth beneath words. The sensitivity may have felt like a burden, especially in environments where emotional awareness was treated as weakness. But your sensitivity was never meant to be an open wound. It was meant to become a refined instrument guided by discernment. The loving intelligence of the Pleiades can be felt through the gentle return of hope, through synchronicities that arrive when you have stopped forcing an outcome, through dreams that leave you peaceful rather than afraid, and through the sudden recognition that you have been supported in ways you could not yet name. You do not need to force contact or manufacture signs. Let connection be simple. Let it arrive as warmth in the heart, clarity in the mind, and a quiet willingness to continue. Perhaps a song appears at the exact moment you need comfort. Perhaps a message arrives after you have asked for guidance. Perhaps you look upward and see the stars with a tenderness that was absent before. Receive these moments without turning them into demands. A sign is not meant to replace your discernment. It is meant to remind you that you are not moving through the mystery alone. Your star family is not calling you away from your humanity. It is reminding you that your humanity is sacred. They are not asking you to become perfect. They are inviting you to become honest enough that love can move through you without distortion. The seventh movement is embodying the light without performance. You do not have to announce every transformation. You do not have to convince those who doubted you that you have changed. You do not have to chase the people who walked away and make them witness your arrival. Sometimes the most powerful evidence of your healing is the absence of your old reaction. You no longer explain every silence. You no longer beg for a seat at tables that were designed to keep you anxious. You no longer confuse being needed with being loved. You no longer call chaos chemistry. You no longer make a home inside someone else's uncertainty. This is how your glory becomes visible. Not through spectacle, but through stability. Not through revenge, but through expansion. Not through demanding that everyone acknowledge your light, but through allowing your light to become so integrated that it no longer depends upon acknowledgement. There may come a day when those who dismissed you attempt to return. They may approach because they sense that your energy is different. They may speak with admiration after years of criticism. They may suddenly recognize qualities in you that they once mocked. If that happens, let your heart remain open, but let your wisdom remain awake. Recognition is not the same as transformation. Words are not the same as changed behavior. A person can admire your success and still be unable to honor your boundaries. A person can praise your light and still want access to the parts of you that kept them comfortable. Do not punish them, but do not abandon your discernment to prove that you are loving. You are allowed to let the past remain in the past. You are allowed to bless someone from a distance. You are allowed to say, "I wish you well, but I am no longer available for that pattern." This is not a failure of forgiveness. It is the evidence that forgiveness has become wise enough to include you. And now, beneath all of this, there is a deeper revelation. The Source was never preparing a table merely in front of your enemies. The Source was preparing you to sit at your own table without apologizing for your hunger. You are being taught to receive without suspicion, to rest without guilt, to be seen without performing, and to prosper without carrying the belief that your expansion will harm someone else. The people who opposed you may witness your honor, but they are not the authors of it. The circumstances that humbled you may have shaped your character, but they do not own your future. The seasons that concealed you may have protected your roots, but they do not determine how far your branches can reach. You are not entering a season where everyone suddenly becomes kind. You are entering a season where their unkindness no longer has the authority to define your direction. You are not entering a season where every person finally understands you. You are entering a season where you understand yourself so deeply that misunderstanding cannot make you abandon your path. You are not entering a season where you never experience opposition. You are entering a season where opposition becomes confirmation that you are no longer available for the smaller identity others assign to you. The Pleiadian remembrance within you says, let your honor be gentle. Let your success heal you instead of hardening you. Let your visibility become service instead of vanity. Let your abundance create safety, generosity, and freedom. Let your story become a lantern for someone who is still living in the room you just left. Tonight, or whenever you are ready, place your hand over your heart and speak slowly. I release the need to prove my worth to those who could not see it. I receive the truth of who I am. I allow my life to reveal what my heart has always known. I choose love with discernment, power with compassion, and visibility with purpose. I am ready to be seen without abandoning myself. Then breathe. Do not rush to force a sign. Do not chase the next confirmation. Let the words settle into your body. Let the nervous system learn that recognition does not have to arrive as conflict. Let your heart learn that honor can be peaceful. What is coming towards you will not require you to become someone else. It will require you to stop negotiating with the version of yourself that was created to survive rejection. The table is already being prepared through every choice that brings you back into alignment. The seat is already waiting through every boundary, every act of self-respect, every quiet decision to remain truthful. Your glory is not a performance arranged for the humiliation of your enemies. It is the visible radiance of a soul that refused to become what wounded it. And when your light is finally seen, may you remember that it was never created by applause. It was cultivated in the unseen, protected through the silence, refined through the pain, and carried all along by the love that never left you. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't contented's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it. And if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here. And we're just getting started.